Okay, so this insight is actually just as important, if not more important, than the first one mentioned in this playlist. If every other insight I ever come up with could be considered a brick in the house you're building for your happiness, then this one insight in itself will be considered the foundation. Okay, and I'm talking about meditation. Now, if you've tried meditation and you hate it, please stick around and let me explain a new way of thinking about it that makes it a much easier thing to grasp, a much easier thing to work with. Okay, so I'm going to start with an exercise. So first thing I'm going to need you to do is close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes and focus now on your big toe. Allow your consciousness to fall into the center of that toe where the bone and the marrow resides, and see if you can find any extra sensation there. And as you explore that part of your toe, allow yourself to move outside into the muscle of the toe. And finally, move your consciousness now to the skin at the bottom of the toe, where the toe print resides. And now move along the outer edge and up to the top where the flesh meets the toenail, and see if you can find any extra sensation now on that toenail. And now move back to the back of the toenail and onto the knuckle, and finally down to the center of the toe, really allowing yourself to focus now on the toe in its entirety and just feeling any extra sensation there. And now open your eyes. Okay, so obviously what you did there was you focused on your big toe. But what is less obvious is that what you also did was took your focus off of your mind. Okay, now we spend 99% of our lives in our heads. It's really the most entertaining part of us that we have. That same focus you just had your toe, it's usually just focused on your thoughts and yourself, your sense of identity and how you perceive the world. But allowing yourself to focus on something else will take away the impact of those thoughts. Okay, so while we were doing that exercise, you might have been thinking that this is really stupid, or what's the point of all this? But they didn't have any weight on you because the focus was elsewhere. And that really is the whole point to meditation. Okay, with meditation, we want to focus on our breath. A lot of people think that it's about focusing on your breath for as long as possible. Like you want to be able to focus on your breath and forget about your thoughts and have absence of thought for like minutes at a time. But it's not really about that. It's really just about allowing the thoughts to pass. I believe that it's actually just the act of moving from the thoughts to the breath where the real work is done. Okay, so for example, when I'm meditating, I'll be sitting there and I'll be in my head for like, I have a 5-minute meditation. I can spend 2 minutes in my head before I'll finally realize, oh, it's not on my thoughts. I'll be thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, oh, awareness on my breath. And then I'll get one full inhalation and one full exhalation, but my mind is still going in the background. And suddenly I think about something and my focus goes back. Okay, so then I'll spend another minute there. And then after a minute, I'll be like, oh, focus on the breath. And then maybe I'll get like 2 breaths while my mind is going in the background. And then finally it says something. It's like, oh, pay attention to that again. Okay, so in that 5-minute meditation, I only spent maybe a total of 10 seconds in the state that I guess we all strive for. But it's not really about even that 10 seconds. It's really just about the act of bringing that focus from the thoughts to the breath, or in essence, to just something else. Okay, and it allows you to separate yourself from your thoughts. Okay, and that's a really huge thing. That's how you will catch yourself communicating to yourself badly. An example is in my depression video when I asked myself, or what I would say to myself, I want to die. And then one time I asked myself, is that true? And then I came up with that whole insight that basically made me realize I didn't want to die. I wanted to live. And it's only because I was meditating. Another example in the case of anxiety. I had a 3rd panic attack the other day. I was receiving some stressful news, and as it was coming into me, I started to get dizzy, and I felt my heart start to increase, and my heart rate start to increase, and a shortness of breath, and then I remember thinking, oh, I'm having a panic attack. And okay, what do I need to do to deal with this? Well, first I need to find a space that I can go in, because I was on a construction site. There were people all around. I couldn't afford to pass out in front of a bunch of people, so I found a space. And I said, what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to breathe. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, and by now I'm starting to calm myself down. And then finally I was like, okay, what else do I need to do? I need water. I need hydration. So I went and I got some water. Now, the real value there is that when I've got a defense mechanism now. If I'm having a panic attack, the first thing my mind is going to do is separate itself from the sensation. Okay. When it started happening, it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm having a panic attack. What am I going to do? I have to deal with this. Oh my god, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. It was, oh, I'm having a panic attack right now. And it was like just that mode in itself, like, oh, that person is left-handed. It's like, it was nothing. It was like a passing thought. You know what I mean? And because of that, I didn't feed it. Okay, so meditation is absolutely 100% crucial for anyone that's suffering from mental health disorders, or anyone at all, I believe. Like, just being able to catch yourself thinking something that isn't beneficial to you and being able to put a twist in it is a super helpful thing. Okay, I do 5 minutes a day, and that's enough for me. And if that feels like too much for you, then only do 2 minutes a day. And actually, the website to go to is called calm.com. That's CALM.com. They have a guided meditation there, and also just peaceful sounds that you can do your own little meditation to. Okay, so yeah, just remember, it's not about absence of thought. It doesn't have to be a struggle. Even if you feel like it is a struggle, all you have to do is do that one thing where you bring your focus on your breath, and then suddenly it's like, and it's better to do it in the morning too. Find some time in the morning. If you feel like, oh, I can't do it in the morning, work the problem. What do you have to do to make it so you can? Because this way you bring that intention with you into the day. You'll find yourself catching your thoughts throughout your day. Whereas if you went through the day and then your meditation, you'd be like, it would just be a normal day for you. And then at the end, you wouldn't be able to apply what you're kind of picking up as you sleep. Okay, very important in the morning. Okay, that's it. See you in the next one.